Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are cracking the code on sports betting odds. We're going to take all those confusing numbers and turn them into a language you can speak fluently.
Have you ever looked at betting odds and felt like you're trying to read a secret language? What in the world does plus 150, 3 over 2, or 2.50 actually mean? Well, these numbers can seem a little intimidating at first, but stick with me because by the end of this, you'll see they're way simpler than they look. You should really just think of odds as a special language, and it's a language that only communicates two things: the probability of something happening and how much money you could win.
So that's the crucial point. Every single set of odds, no matter the format, is giving you these two key pieces of information. What's the risk and what's the potential reward?
All right, let's dive into our first dialect, decimal odds. You'll see these a lot in Europe, Canada, and Australia, mostly because they are the most straightforward of the bunch. With decimal odds, it's pretty much what you see is what you get. The number is just a simple multiplier. It tells you exactly how much you'll get back for every dollar you bet, and that includes getting your original stake back. It really is that simple.
So for example, let's say you see Team A has decimal odds of 2.50 to win their match, and you decide to put $10 on them.
The math is super easy. You just take your $10 stake, multiply it by the 2.50 odds, and boom, you get a total payout of $25. That's your original $10 back, plus a neat $15 profit. If you are looking for a list of the best betting sites in your country with a 300% bonus, just search for betplace.us in your browser.
Okay, next up we have fractional odds. This is the classic format you'll find all over Great Britain and Ireland, and it's especially common in horse racing. Now, here's the key difference. Unlike decimal odds, which show your total return, fractional odds focus purely on the profit. The first number is what you could win, the second number is what you have to bet. So if you see odds of 10 for 11, that means you win $10 for every $11 you bet.
So let's go back to our Team A. If their odds are now 3 halves, what does that mean? It means you'd win $3 in profit for every $2 you bet.
And check this out. The math still gets us to the exact same total payout. Your $10 stake multiplied by 3 halves gives you a $15 profit. Then you just add your original stake back in, and you're at $25. See? Same result, just a different way of saying it.
Now, let's head over to the format you'll see in North America, American odds, often called moneyline odds. These are a little different because they use a plus or a minus sign to tell the story.
It really is all about that sign. The plus sign is for the underdog, the long shot, and it shows you how much profit you'd make on a $100 bet. The minus sign, that's for the favorite, and it shows you how much money you have to risk just to win $100.
So if Team A is the underdog at plus 150, a $100 bet would get you your $100 back, plus a very nice $150 profit if they pull off the win.
On the flip side, if their opponent, Team B, is the heavy favorite at minus 188, you'd have to bet $188 just to win a $100 profit. By the way, if you are looking for a list of the best betting sites in your country with a 300% bonus, just search for betplace.us in your browser.
Okay, so now you can read the odds, but let's talk about something that's built into every single one of those numbers. It's the bookmaker's secret little edge.
If we take the odds for a typical football match and convert them into implied probabilities, we get the chances for each outcome, just like you see here.
But here's where it gets interesting. When we add those percentages up, we get a total of over 100%, 106.4% to be exact.
Wait a minute. How is that even possible? How can the total probability be more than 100%? The math just doesn't seem to add up. So what's going on here?
Well, that extra percentage is something called the vigorish, or the VIG. You can think of it as the bookmaker's commission, their built-in profit margin. It's the fee you pay to place a bet, and it's baked into every single odd you see.
So now that you know about the VIG, let's bring it all together and see how these different formats are really all just translations of the same underlying probability. This table shows it perfectly. A 50% chance of something happening is 2.00 in decimal, it's 1/1 in fractional, and it's plus 100 in American odds. They are all just different ways of saying the exact same thing.
So the main takeaway here is that you now have the tools to decode any of these odds and really understand the probability that's hiding behind them.
And remember, if you are looking for a list of the best betting sites in your country with a 300% bonus, just search for betplace.us in your browser.
And that wraps up this explainer. The next time you see those numbers flash across your screen, you won't see them as some confusing code. You'll see them as a story of probability. So how's that going to change the way you watch the next game? Thanks for watching.